Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today we are going to be covering section 7.4, which is writing equations in two variables. Let's go over the warm-up from last time, and then let's do a new one. Our previous warm-up asked us to determine whether the value was a solution of the equation, and it turns out that x equals 4 is a solution. When we plug in 4, we find that 2 times 4 is 8, plus 5 does equal 13. In number 2, solving the following equations, in the first equation, I would subtract 4.5 from both sides and find that k equals 3.8. In the second equation, I would add 9 to both sides and find that m equals 32. Here's your warm-up for today. Go ahead and pause the video, solve the following equations, and submit your answers using the link. Our topic for today is 7.4, equations in two variables. If you don't have your notebooks out, now is the time to go get them. Equations in two variables. The date today is 3/20/20. So we're used to seeing equations that look kind of like this, where we have, let's say, x plus 7 equals 10. And we can solve for x. We get one value. Here, x equals 3. Today, we're going to be seeing equations in two variables. Something like y equals x plus 3. So we're going to be having two solutions to these. We're going to need a solution for x. We're going to need a solution for y. So the solutions for such an equation, they're going to look like this. They're going to look like an ordered pair. Remember those from when we graphed on coordinate planes? So let's say we have y equals 2 times x as my equation. There are many different solutions that can fit into this equation. So I could have a solution where x, so I'm going to have an x and a y. Let's say x equals 5. If x equals 5, I'm going to write down here y equals 2 times 5. I have chosen x to be 5, but you can choose it to be whatever you want. So if x equals 5 and y is 2 times whatever x is, then y has to equal 10. So here's one solution to y equals 2x. X is 5, y is 10. But seriously, there are infinitely many solutions to this because y can be anything that x is times 2. So x could be 8. Y in that case would be 2 times 8, or 16. So our solutions are going to look a little bit different. They're something that we're not used to, but we can have solutions that are actually two different numbers. Let's start off by testing whether certain solutions are actually solutions. So let's say that I have y equals x plus 4. And let's say I want to test whether, let's say 3, 9 is a solution. So 3, 9, is it a solution? Let's keep in mind that the first number is x, the second number is y. I'm going to plug these values in for x and y over here, and I'm going to find out. So I know y is 9, so I'm going to write 9 equals with a question mark, don't know, x, which I know is 3 plus 4. And 3 plus 4 on the right is going to give me 7, and 7 does not equal 9. So because this is not true, this is not a solution. Let's say I have y equals x plus 4, and I'm asked to test whether 2, 6 is a solution. I'm going to plug in 2 for x, 6 for y, and test it out. Y is 6 equals question mark 2 for x plus 4. And 6 indeed does equal 6. So this is a solution. Okay, Here's a problem for you to try on your own. We have y equals 5x plus 6, and you're being asked, is 315 a solution, and is 531 a solution? Go ahead and pause the video right here, give these a try. Okay, when I plug in 315 to this equation, I get y is 15 equals question mark not sure, 5 times 3 plus 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 6 does not equal 15. So 15 is not equal to 21. Whoops. So no, this is not a solution. Down here, y equals 5x plus 6. That's a y. If I plug in 31 and 5 into this equation, I find that I have equals question mark. This is going to be 25 plus 6 down here. Does this equal 31? Yes, it does. 31 equals 31. We are good. So yes, this is a solution. All right, you know what time it is. Wellness break. Let's get up and run 2 laps around your house. The last type of problem we're going to do is sort of a fill in the blanks problem. So let's say I'm starting with an equation like y equals 6x minus 2. That's 6 times x minus 2. And I'm being told I have a solution, but I only know the x value. I just know that the x value is 2. I don't know the y value. I can plug in this x value into my equation and calculate the y. So y, I'm still not sure of. I'm just going to leave it as y. 6 times 2, because that's what x is, minus 2, because that's my equation. I have to follow the rules of order of operations, so I'm going to do 6 times 2 is 12, minus 2 will give me y. So y here equals 12 minus 2, which is 10. So my solution in the end is 2 for the x and 10 for the y. And you can always plug this back in to double check. Let's do another one together. Let's say that y equals x plus 7, and let's say this time that I don't know the x, but I know that the y is 15. I'm going to plug in 15 for y, so wherever I see a y, I'm going to put 15, equals x, I don't know, so I'm going to leave it as x plus 7. Now this is an equation in one variable, and you know how to solve these. So I'm going to want to get x by itself down here, so I'm going to want to subtract 7 from both sides. On the left, 15 minus 7 equals 8. So x equals 8. Whoops. So my final answer here should be 8, 15. Filled in the blank. And again, you should always check your work just to make sure that this is indeed true. Okay, here are 2 for you to try on your own. I want you to fill in the blanks by solving these equations. Go ahead and pause the video, try these on your own. Okay, let's check our answers. So here we know that x equals 3. So I'm going to rewrite this, y equals 2 times 3 plus 5, and 2 times 3 is 6, so y equals 6 plus 5, y then equals 11, whoops, so my final answer is 3, 11. Down here, I'm given the y value, but I'm not given the x. So I'm going to fill in 20 for y equals x over 4, or as we know, this is x divided by 4. So I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. 4 times 20 is 80, so x equals 80. And my final answer is 80, 20. Thanks for joining me, folks. This brings us to the end of our lesson, and this was our last lesson before spring break. So enjoy your extended breaks, get lots of sleep. I will see you when we get back.